my next video, I'd like to do one on something that's very important, I'm sure, to everyone, and that's how to block spam from your phone app. This doesn't necessarily work for your messages. This is specifically for the phone. And I want to show you several different features here as well that kind of aren't spam, but are pretty neat features. And this works with the One UI 7.0 Beta 3. I don't believe some of these features are available for the One UI 6. So, and I'm using the Galaxy Samsung S24 Ultra. Well, let's just dig right in here. So first thing we need to do is go into your phone setting. Okay, so here's phone, and then in the top right is the three dots, and go into settings. Okay, and in here we have the important things such as block numbers. So you can block calls from unknown numbers, which I suggest turning that on. Why would anybody call you that has any importance that doesn't have a known number? Block spam and spam calls. Block all spam and spam calls. It says use Hiya to identify spam and spam callers as well as other callers who aren't in your contacts. I'm not sure who Hiya is or what that is. I didn't look, but I have this turned on. And I want it to block spam and spam calls and block all spam and spam calls. The other option is only block high-risk spam calls, but I don't want any spam calls at all. So that's one option I would like to show you. Another one is you can manually add a phone number to the block list, which mine is very long. So that's a neat ability. So that's under block numbers. So this one we have caller ID and spam protection. So this was the same one that we were just on. Okay, so let's just go over some of the rest of the features of the phone app. So we have call background. That just shows their background. Caller information. That shows their information. This is the one I wanted to show, two of them here. So quick decline of messages. So you have an option to make these up with hitting the plus. I have please call me back. Can you call back later? I'll call you back. So when someone calls, I'm going to show you what it looks like here. So when someone calls, we have this right here, and I've cut off the very top. The phone number doesn't need to be displayed, but as they're calling, you can see send message. And if you tap that, send message right here, if you tap that, it will automatically go to this part that I just showed you. So the three selections. So in other words, it'll automatically answer the phone call, text the person one of those three responses. So it comes in very, very, very handy if you're someone like me that would rather text. I'm doing multiple things all the time. Answering a phone call is difficult and sitting there talking. And when someone can text, you can do multiple things and keep going. So that's the way I have my phone set up. Some people like to talk. I'd like to text. So it's a personal preference kind of thing. But it's nice because you can tell the person, don't call me, please text me instead. Or whatever you want to tell them. So you can have quick responses there. Quick decline message responses. Okay, so also call display while using apps. You can do a full screen, which I don't like. I have the small pop-up, so then that way I can select options. If you have it set to full screen, your options are pretty limited then. If you have it set to small pop-up, you can do all the different things like I just showed. So, or you can do it in a mini, or keep calls in pop-up after calls are answered, keep them in the pop-up. You can do that too. That could come in handy, I guess, sometimes. Wi-Fi calling, I have that on. Voicemail, that's obvious. And then the other common settings about phone contact permissions. So that's my video on spam, and then touching a little bit on the phone app itself. Um, I'd like to add, I've done a video before on the record calls. This is 100% a One UI 7 um, ability, which comes in very, very handy when wanting to record phone calls. But I wanted to add that in there as well. So I've already did a video on that. I'll put a link in the description or up top. So I hope you found my video to be helpful. Thank you for being here. Please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment down below. Thank you for your time, and until next time, I'm out.